currently in New York City and I feel like Casey Neistat. I'm going to a conference for careers and cancer. It's not like specifically for careers in cancer, but it's about how to manage life after cancer and working after cancer and getting back to that normalcy. Just leaving now, and I don't know if you can hear me, but it was really great. One of the main things that I noticed is that there were maybe 3 young adults and there were like 250 people there. And I also learned that a definition for a young adult with cancer is like early 30s and 40s. And there was really no direct information for young adults like me, or like what I try to advocate and raise awareness for, which was interesting to me, like to get that insight that there are so many different ages that get it and that everybody has their own different definition to it. So that was really interesting to me. And people are looking at me like I'm crazy here. I don't know how Casey Neistat does this. There was a speaker there that had all of the same views and ideas as me on positivity and taking negative thoughts and then making them positive, and positive affirmations and meditating. And I loved that. They also gave us a gift basket, or a gift bag, which I will show you guys what they gave us. I went to 2 different breakout sessions. I went to body image and acceptance of your body image in the workplace, and then I went to career change, which is something that really interests me because I'm kind of changing my career and like what I want to do with my life. More back about the young adults and how there were like none there. I'm not sure if it's because young adults just don't care enough to go to things like this and they kind of just brush it off and like rush back into their day-to-day life, or if there's just not enough awareness of these events and they don't appear in the young adults network. That's something I've been trying to think about this whole time. And then another really interesting thing is to hide your diagnosis from your workplace. I just never thought that it would hinder getting a job. I never thought that people wouldn't want to hire you because you have a diagnosis. We had a whole session on it, and they were talking to us about ways to keep private and all the laws about our privacy. And I took it all in, and then I had like a few questions, and then so I met up with the girl afterwards and I talked to her about it, and I was just like, do you really believe that this could hinder somebody from getting a job? And she was like, well, you know, some people, it couldn't even be the company, it can be this specific person has something specific with cancer or anything like that. So that was really interesting to me. They were talking about like ways to keep your diagnosis private on social media, which like also was super interesting to me because I'm just not there. But it's so enlightening to see other people's views. Sun protection spray. Cool, I need this for the tattoo. Oh yeah, I got a sunflower tattoo. What are the ingredients? I don't know, I'll have to read about this one. But very cool. Always stay protected from the sun. Did you know that lemon head candy can help with that yucky taste you get from chemotherapy? So Immerman Angels, I'm not sure if you guys know, but it pairs you with a mentor that has been through what you've been through, and normally it'll be the same cancer and you'll be in the same age group and you'll have like a similar kind of story. And I actually did that when I was diagnosed, and I have a mentor who actually lives in LA. Ooh, Leukemia Lymphoma Society gave a notepad. Young Survival gave a notepad too. I don't know what Young Survival is, I'll have to check on that. I got a tweezer, cool. Is this a cute little makeup bag? This is a cute little makeup bag. A pen, like a facial cleaner. It looks so Eyeshadow, mocha latte. Hairspray. Yeah, one of the doctors said that she's like, I work with many young patients, late 20s, early 30s. Then she goes, and then there's the pediatric side. She addressed the pediatric side and then she addressed the early 30s, but there was nothing about young adults. Which is interesting because they're partnered with a few young adult organizations. Being there just made me realize how badly I want to be speaking on panels and talking to patients and survivors. And I really enjoyed on the doctors panel how they talked about how it's so important to communicate and that communication is the biggest key. It's just an amazing thing what they do. They really gave a lot of good insight on how to get back into the workforce or how to be in the workforce during treatment. If you are a cancer survivor or cancer patient that wants to get more info on cancer and careers. Is it cancer and careers or careers and cancer? Yeah, it's cancer and careers. I will leave all of that information in the down bar below so you can know when a conference or event is coming near you. They also offer scholarship opportunities. We talked a lot about chemo brain today, and like everybody said that they suffer from it, and it was a big topic of conversation about like going back to work and always having chemo brain. And I'm having chemo brain right now. I forget what the other funny thing was. Oh, I remember now. The other funny thing was how to avoid talking about your diagnosis and all of that kind of stuff. And one of the things they said is if somebody's not saying what you want to hear, like just to address it and tell them, hey, this isn't working. I don't like what you're saying right now. One of the things it said, that's really sweet of you, but I don't want to hear that everything's gonna be okay. Just agree with me right now that it sucks, which is like totally understandable. I get that a lot too. Like sometimes I just hate when people just try to make things better. One of the other things was talking about the scar or your hair and how like you feel bad about that right now, and then somebody says, well, hey, at least you're alive. Then that just makes you feel bad about feeling bad. Just sit with me for a second and like agree with me and sympathize with me and like see that I just need to let it out and I need to not be okay right now. And that's okay. But on that note, I'm gonna tell you that everything's gonna be okay. My power's turned up, so right now I'll be strong. I also wanna add how grateful I am that organizations like this exist and conferences like this exist, and that we are able to connect with each other and connect with presenters and connect with people who are running these organizations and are working for these organizations and making all of this possible and being a great resource for me and for other patients, survivors, healthcare providers, social workers, and everything. I think that what they're doing is amazing, and I'm super, super, super grateful for that.